Now the third is about the compromising church. Don't you worry, the prizes that we are going to share you, so listen intently, could be a means to acquire those worldly desires. But no, it's just, an incentive to the listener. So listen very carefully. We will be giving instant prizes from my bag. One candy each. So Revelation 1 verse 3 states that, "Blessed is he who reads aloud the words of the prophecy, and blessed are those who hear and who keep that is written therein, for the time is near." Thank you, Sister Liz, for sharing me this verse while I was working at the university today. So, apologies if I would be, or we would be repeating some of the verses and some of the ideas about Pergamum or Pergamos. But we wanted you to retain what really is Pergamum and the next churches. Next slide, please. A quick look at Pergamos from Revelation 2, verses 12 to 17. The Christian who honors the Lord will be living a life that is separated from the world. Yes or yes? I didn't hear it.
Yes.
Amen. Without a doubt, most of you realize that separation from the world is not only an important concept, but it's the real will of God. And yet, many Christians practice little separation from the world. And in fact, many Christians, not to exempt ourselves, are very worldly. The shoes that I wear, the dress, the earring, the ring, are all worldly.
Yes.
So what do you mean? We should not wear anything? Worldliness has been an issue within the church from the very beginning of the church age. So it has been a constant struggle for Christians of every age. Next slide, please. What is Pergamos as a church? Of course, everybody knows that that's the third church, which is found in Asia Minor, and where John was given the letter, the third letter. So one of the 7 churches of Revelation, Pergamos, had a major problem, that is compromising with the world. Please retain that in your mind. That might be one of the questions that will be raised. And because such was the case, the Lord Jesus gave them quite a rebuke. Some are already writing, no? Prizes are stake. Next slide, please. So the purpose of the study, either we speak of the first church or the last church, is to show that Christ wants His church to be set apart unto Him, and when compromise with the world occurs, He is not pleased and calls for repentance. The church must learn to avoid worldly compromise. It is very easy said than done, right? Pergamos means married. Married to whom? Mabuti pa yung church married, si Carol hindi. It means that each local church is married to Christ. And that if the church is married, it must be kept spiritually pure. Next, please. However, Pergamos has still the heathenistic conditions. First, it had the first temple to Caesar in the Roman Empire, which made the center of an imperial cult. If I would emphasize the words, it means that it will come out from the quiz. It had a temple dedicated also to, correct me if I'm wrong with my pronunciation, Aesculapius, the god of healing. You know, when I was talking about it, one of my colleagues, who is also an Indian, he said, "What are you talking about? Lupus?" And I said, "No. It's the god of healing. Do you have that?" Okay, next. Pergamos faced the wickedness of the cult. But in spite of that, the believers did not forsake the name of Christ in place of Caesar. They did not deny the Christian faith. But of course, we would question, how deep is the faith of the believer, of the Christian? Conditions like, they had faced persecution, just like the church at Smyrna. One of their own, Antipas, actually was martyred for his death. They faced the Satan's seat. Actually, Pergamos is nicknamed as the Satan's seat. Doon nakatira si Satanas. Lucifer. The devil. Kaya, buti nga hindi Lucy yung pangalan natin. It's close to Lucifer. Satan had a stronghold on Pergamos. Satan's seat may refer to the two pagan temples that were there, being the temple of Caesar and the temple of Asclepius. In the face of persecution, still the believers were very courageous in their faith. The Lord Jesus was very concerned with their compromise with the world. Note that Satan could not destroy the Christians at Pergamos as a roaring lion. You can find that in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. But he was making inroads as a deceiving serpent, slithering in among true believers. As a result of Satan's influence, they allowed two godless practices to continue. I think two of our children will be presenting that. The first is the doctrine of Balaam, the teachings of immorality, and the doctrine of Nicolaitans, also the teaching, the same of immorality. So it's interesting to note that the words Nicolaitans and Balaam mean the same thing. What are they? Nicolaitans is from the Greek word which means to rule the people. And Balaam is a Hebrew word which means to lord over the people. So they are synonymous in meaning. The warning then is, Satan is the foundation of all compromise in any of the churches to be lectured. This is the third church. Satan understands the way the flesh works and leads us to compromise. What is the meaning of compromise? We keep saying, what is compromise?
We accept it.
We accept it, we negotiate with the evil. So everything that one receives may not be a blessing from God, but might be a result of a compromise with Him. But the compromise is that we should do the other way, the erroneous way. Satan has his minions who work to lead godly people into compromise. So we should not allow that. We are godly people. We are saints. We should not compromise. Easy said than done again. But let's keep doing it. Satan has worked to infiltrate the church with Nicolaitans and Balaams ever since. There are those who profess to know Christ, but they are of the world and are leading others into worldly compromised thought. For examples, as I have mentioned a while back, compromising with me. What kinds of music do you hear? Do you listen to? What kinds of dress do you wear? What doctrine do you believe? What literature do you read? What worship do you adopt? What opinion do you share? What worldly methods and others do you practice? So this is just, a brief summary of what I have learned. I still have 4 if you want to, but I think that's the end. Thank you so much.